have it's not there now, but I have sunscreen as well, and my buff or boof. Well, this thing is just amazing, and because you can wear it all different ways. There's different kind of it as well. I think I talked about it a little bit too in another video I did, but this thing is just amazing. For the summer, this is now the only thing that goes on my head because I can make like so many different shape of it depending of what I need and depending of what the weather is. So for example, if it's just warm, usually what I do is I put it and leave it like this, and maybe I'll do a demonstration of how I wear it on the trail, as well as if it gets colder, then I can put it like a little beanie, kind of like a little hat, and that can be now warm as well. They're easy to warmed up as well. I'm not sure what kind of tissue they're made of, but they're easy to warm up and to dry up. They're awesome, and they come in all different colors. There's even different ones as well. So I have one for the winter now as well. So it's like half of it is like this, and the other half is in polar fleece. So basically, you have like half like this, and the other half is a fleece, so it's even warmer. I saw like all other kind of like. So they're just awesome for the price, and this thing is about 20 bucks, but it is totally is worth in gold. So that's what's gonna be on my head. And then over here is the, oh my god, I hope I won't get into that stuff. So my first aid kit, did a whole video on this, and basically over there, and I got my emergency clothes in case something happens. I carry an extra my Vargo titanium wood stove, just in case that either this stove doesn't work or something happens. So it's light and small, so I can still carry that. And I do carry my emergency food and stuff. So if something happens and I have to spend one more night outside or 2 more nights outside and I don't have any more food, then I can go into my my food stuff. So this is pretty much what I carry on me. Now what I sleep in, and so basically this is the Thermarest. This is the 4-season one. They're awesome. As you can see, they're a little bit smaller than most Thermarest. And they pack very well, and the 4-season one is awesome even in the winter. I just found though last time I tried, because obviously I always try my gear like at the limit of it, at around -30 I was still a little bit cold, because usually they recommend to have like 2 blue pads or 2 pads and stuff, and so but around my hips I found that I was a little bit colder with the Thermarest, especially because that's where you have more pressure points. So when when you lay on your side or something. So next time I'm gonna try it, I could probably had up my the half Thermarest that I have now around that hip portion, and see if that helps it as well and don't have enough heat. For sleeping bag, it's a mommy style. And it's from the Mountain Equipment Co-op, so like that equivalent of stuff. So you guys gonna think, well, your Pussy will think I'm kind of a little bit crazy. Yes, it's June right now, and well, actually July, or the 1st of July, and I'm going hiking, and I'm bringing a minus. I think this one is -20. Synthetic, and when I first moved here from the east, I tried a few different sleeping bags, and I was always cold when I was and I usually don't like get cold very easily, and I had a lot of trouble finding the right combination that I wanted for sleeping bags, and I had that one from the winter, and I tried it one time, and it works great. So if it gets very hot, I just don't close it very well. If it gets colder, then I close. But basically, I'm almost naked in that thing, and I'm pretty comfortable. Some people, they think like I'm crazy when I carry that, but uh, it worked great for me. And because I get in the Rockies, like right now, so we're in July. I wanted to go hike somewhere, and because of the level of the snow, yep, I said the level of the snow in the mountain right now, because we had a huge season of big downpour towards the end, and I couldn't go to the place I wanted to go, and many places were closed because of too much snow. Well, if there's too much snow and the snow is still there, it kind of tells you that it must be kind of cold at night. So it goes below the zero, usually at night in the mountains. So that's why I carry that kind of sleeping bag. And that's the problem sometimes I find here, because I mean, I'm in about 45. I live in Calgary, so I'm about 45 minutes from the mountains. But the weather that we have here, just to give you an example, this week it was 25 degree and sunny here, and then in the mountain it was 12 degree and raining there. So this is like 10 degrees, and even sometimes in the city here, it can be a 10-degree difference in different part of the city. So there's a lot of microclimate all around the place, and depending where you are. So I don't mess around anymore. Carry this. That's why I carry synthetic as well, because if it started raining and stuff, down would be not as good. Although the latest, this is kind of an old one now, but the latest downs now have a better protection on the outside, but they're a little bit more expensive as well. This one I think cost me like $200. They're a little bit heavier as well, a little bit bulkier. They last a little bit less longer than down. Down, if you take good care of them, they can basically almost last you your whole life. But synthetic, usually about every 5 to 6 years, you have to start changing them if you compress them a lot. Because what happens is that as you put them in the bag, line of the material will kind of separate over here, and you'll have like isolation here, isolation there, but this whole strip you won't have isolation, and so air will go in. And basically a sleeping bag, what it is, it's nothing else than a big Ziploc. It keeps what's inside. So when you have your heat from your body, it will keep it inside. And that's why, for example, if you have a hypothermic person, just putting him in the sleeping bag won't do anything, because if it doesn't produce heat, if the person lost the capacity of creating, we're talking about severe hypothermia. If you just put it in a sleeping bag, it won't create anything, because if there's no heat produced inside, it won't keep it inside. So you have to bring your heat inside. That's another reason as well. If you, for example, a lot of people, they'll start wearing a lot of clothes in their sleeping bag. Well, clothes works the same way as a sleeping bag. So if you sleep with too much clothes in your sleeping bag, your heat stays around your body, kept by your clothes. So there's no heat going in your sleeping bag. And then when you go in your sleeping bag, you wonder why you're cold. Well, because the heat that you brought it stays around you because of your clothes. But the sleeping bag now, cold air from the outside goes into your sleeping bag, and now it stays inside because it traps the cold air that goes outside. So you always have to think about heat, and you're the best fire that you can do. So you have to keep yourself, that fire needs to keep going. And how you keep fire going? With food, with proper clothes when you go hiking and everything, so that when you go at night and sleep in there, you bring your heat. I know like a lot of survival, they talk about fire and everything. Well, first of all, in national park, we cannot do any fire most of the time, and we don't, like we always have, like last thing in May, we had like a ban from fire even in the city. You couldn't even, like in Calgary, even in Calgary, you couldn't even in your own backyard do a fire. So